Good morning, church family. I wanted to touch on something that Pastor John talked about in his sermon on Sunday. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12 says this, "For our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against the world powers of this darkness, against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavens." One of the most important things that any military leader will tell you in battle is to identify your enemy. If you are not aware of the point of the attack, you become vulnerable. And Paul had a lot of enemies. Some resented him, others hated him, a lot of people wanted to kill him. Some who were supposedly on his side, they sought to harm him and his ministry. In fact, Acts chapter 9, verse 23 tells us of how the people that Paul had spent his entire life studying beside, the Jews, now because of his Christianity, they conspired to kill him. In spite of the persecution that he faced, Paul never lost sight of the real enemy. Paul was wary of Satan. When people attacked him, he knew that they were not his real opponents. They were simply unwitting instruments of the spiritual forces of darkness. Now, when you meet opposition to your faith, your first reaction might be anger towards the person coming against you. And this might divert your attention from the deeper, more spiritual dimensions of the conflict. Your adversary may be hopelessly in bondage to sin. And rather than retaliating, maybe we should all immediately and earnestly intercede, pray for that person. Our opponent's hostility is our invitation to become involved in God's redemptive work to free him or her from that spiritual bondage. Be alert to the spiritual warfare that's going on around us. It is real, and it is potentially destructive to you and those that you care about. Knowing your real foe, your real enemy, will protect you from bitterness and unforgiveness. Your hope lies in the reality that he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. Do not place your hope in humanity, but steadfastly trust in the one who has already defeated the enemy. God bless you, church family. We'll see you soon.